Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our MC for today's program, WLWT anchor and reporter, Ashley Kirkland.
Good morning, good morning. Welcome to National Philanthropy Day. Please go ahead, take your seat, enjoy your salad, and the main course will be out shortly. Now, on behalf of the Greater Cincinnati chapter of Association of Fundraising Professionals and the MPD Planning Committee, thank you all for attending today's luncheon. Let's give everybody a round of applause here. Especially the Planning Committee. This is all beautiful. Okay, today on National Philanthropy Day, we pause to honor the generosity that fuels progress. And really, when I saw that word pause, I really wanted us to pause because life is so busy. The news cycle moves at a rapid pace. So many things happen, but the people that make all of the philanthropy in our community possible, we need to pause and recognize that. So let's pause for a moment and really take in what today is about. The individuals, organizations, and communities who give of themselves to make a difference. It's a day to recognize that philanthropy isn't just about wealth, it's about will. It's also about the will to lift others, to share what we have, and also to believe that by working together, we can create something truly greater. So if you would like to follow along with the program today, you can find the digital program by scanning the QR code there on the screen at your table as well. And now it is with great pleasure that I introduce to you Lynn Smith, President of the Greater Cincinnati AFP chapter. Let's give Lynn a round of applause.
Thank you, Ashley. Wow. What an amazing crowd that's here today. I kind of don't want the networking to stop. It's such amazing networking. I wish we could just keep doing that for another hour. So good morning. I'm Lynn Smith, and I have the honor of serving as AFP Board President this year. I'm thrilled to be here today to celebrate philanthropy in our community. It's an honor to serve AFP's 350 plus members and our amazing board of directors. I'd like to recognize everyone who's on the board. If you're on our board of directors, could you just stand, please, at your seats? Thank you for so much for your hard work this year. We have accomplished so much. I also want to take a moment to thank our National Philanthropy Day Committee. If you're on the committee, you're probably at your workstations, but can you just wave so we can see you? They're all over the place. What an amazing group, and they're all volunteers. If you think about how much work goes into an event like this, thinking of doing it outside your day job as a volunteer, and that's what they do to put this incredible event together. So I want to make sure we thank them. So, like many fundraising professionals, I had a winding career path that brought me to this work. Before I found my way into fundraising, my first career was in marketing. And that's where I first learned about applying the idea of an environmental ecosystem to strategy. So it's not about one campaign or one team working alone. It's about everything being connected. Partners, technology, messaging, all working together to create value. As I embarked on my career in philanthropy, that idea of an ecosystem really stuck with me, especially as someone who spends a lot of time in nature. So to me, the ecosystem perfectly illustrates this year's theme, Together We Give Greater. So this is a photo that I took on a recent hike at Withrow Nature Preserve. Want to give a shout out to our friends at Great Parks of Cincinnati for maintaining such beautiful spaces for our community. So one of my favorite parts of this hike, if you've ever done this hike, it's beautiful. There's an expansive wildflower meadow. And think about a wildflower meadow. It thrives because of its interdependence. Different flowers, beads, butterflies, soil, critters, sunlight, all working in harmony. And each element is beautiful on its own, but together they create something abundant, resilient, and greater than the sum of its parts. So philanthropy works the same way. Donors, nonprofits, foundations, volunteers, businesses, communities, we all rely on one another. And right at the heart of this meadow are the professional fundraisers, the connectors, who make sure resources flow so that everything continues to grow. But we also know this: it's a challenging time to be a fundraiser. Fundraisers are being asked to be incredibly resilient, always ethical, do more with fewer resources, we're all familiar with that, be continuous learners, and stay on top of all current, and also future trends in philanthropy. So that's why supporting the people who keep the resources flowing is so important. And that's what AFP does. We do this in many ways, but perhaps the most important is through access. Access to learning, mentorship, a professional community that opens doors and helps every fundraiser, no matter their background or organization size, grow and succeed. So this year, our chapter is introducing its first ever initiative to support chapter scholarships through our own philanthropy. So that's right, the fundraisers are fundraising. I'll be back in a bit to tell you more about these scholarships and the lives they've impacted, the missions they support, and how you can play a role in that. But first, I want to introduce our first ever chapter executive director, Ken Cogshaw, who has a special thank you to the person helping us kick off this initiative.
All right. Thank you, Lynn. It's a very cool analogy there. So good morning, everyone. It's still morning, right? Yeah. So thanks, everyone, for coming. We really appreciate you all being here. It's really great to see so many familiar faces and so many new faces, too. So thanks, everyone, for coming. You know, and we're all here united by a shared commitment to strengthening our culture through philanthropy. You know, this is what I do for a living, and I still stumble over that word sometimes. That's ridiculous. It is true that we give better together. Before we begin our program, I want to take a moment to express our deep gratitude to our steadfast presenting sponsor, the Fifth Third Foundation. Through their generosity and community leadership, Fifth Third has consistently shown what it means to invest in people and possibilities. Their support helps make gatherings like this one possible and fuels the work that AFP Cincinnati does to advance ethical fundraising and empower nonprofit professionals throughout the region. So, once again, let's hear it for Fifth Third Foundation. Right on, thanks. So now it is my distinct honor to introduce someone who truly embodies the spirit of philanthropic leadership, John Olberding. John is not only a respected leader in the nonprofit sector, but his father was also one of the founding members of this very chapter in the 70s, like late 70s, was it? Yeah. Now, John himself has served on the AFP board and served as chapter president. His vision, dedication, and mentorship have helped shape this chapter into the vibrant and thriving organization it is today. In recognition of John's enduring impact and the remarkable legacy of those who helped build this chapter from the ground up, we are proud to introduce the Olberding Founders Circle. This circle honors trailblazers and professional excellence in fundraising and ethics, long before it was a common practice. The Olberding Founders Circle will serve as a lasting tribute to their vision, inspiring future generations of fundraisers to lead with integrity, generosity, and heart. John, your name and your work remind us that true leadership isn't about titles or accolades. It's about lifting others, sharing knowledge freely, and leaving the profession better than you found it. For that, we are deeply grateful. Please join me in welcoming my friend and mentor, John Olberding. Well deserved. Thanks, John. So just real quickly, I also want to take this opportunity to thank all of our generous sponsors who helped make this event possible. I already mentioned Fifth Third. So we also would like to thank Movers and Makers as our media sponsor. There are copies of the magazine on your table, so make sure you take those with you. We'll also have them available for purchase on the way out. I'm kidding, they're free. You can just... We also want to thank Prestige AV and Creative Services, the Cincinnati Symphony Orchestra, Greater Cincinnati Nonprofit News, GP Elevate, the American Sign Museum, Blue and Company, Cincinnati Youth Collaborative, Cincinnati Type and Print Museum, Corneo Philanthropy, Free Store Food Bank, Friends of Jim Yunker, Greater Cincinnati Foundation, Ignite Philanthropy, Ken Anderson Alliance, Magnified Giving, Maple Knoll Communities, Mason Consulting Group, Cincinnati Playhouse in the Park, the American Red Cross, and Skystone Partners. Now, is that an impressive list or what? Yes. Let's hear it for them. Right on. So that's all for me. Thanks for coming and keep doing good.
And now it is time to celebrate this year's remarkable honorees. I would like to invite our Greater Cincinnati AFP chapter leadership to join me on stage to help present the awards. Yes, that's you, Ken. To help present these awards, Chapter President Lynn Smith and President-elect Catherine Hand and Executive Director Ken Cogshaw. Sorry, Ken. Okay, so as a quick overview of how everything will go, we will invite the honorees here and their nominator to the stage, and upon arriving here on the stage, the honoree will receive their award and then pause for a photo, and afterward, we'll have a few minutes to share their acceptance remarks before exiting the stage. Our first award is Innovator of the Year. Our first award celebrates creativity and forward thinking, those who reimagine what giving can look like. The Innovator of the Year honors an individual or organization whose fresh ideas and bold approach have sparked new ways to make an impact, inspiring others to think differently about philanthropy and community change. This year's Innovator of the Year award goes to Impact 100, who was nominated by Impact 100 board member Sherry Holcomb. Sherry had this to say: Impact 100 is a unique organization that approaches philanthropy as a team effort. It's a group of women pooling donations, evaluating project proposals, deciding together on grant making, and also creating a community of philanthropists from all walks of life. Please welcome to the stage Impact 100.
Good morning, everyone. Janet Collins is supposed to be here with us today, but she is exactly where she needs to be, as she is awaiting the birth of her granddaughter at the hospital with her daughter right now. So I am a stand-in for her. My name is Jenny Berg, and I want to thank Sherry for nominating Impact 100 and the AFP committee, so thank you. On behalf of Impact 100 and our 420 members, we're honored to accept this award as we approach our 25th year. We're grateful to be recognized for our innovations and grant making which support our nonprofit community. Our model is simple, innovative, and unique. Members pool their donations together to make a larger impact. All membership donations get pooled collectively with other members, allowing us to create transformational grants of $100,000 for our nonprofits. Our motto is Women Together, Changing Lives. Our members live out this model by donating collectively and granting over $7.7 million to our local nonprofits since 2002. Thank you. Thousands of lives have been changed by the nonprofits who've received these grants for education and enrichment for children, financial empowerment, family preservation, nourishment and access, transportation, workforce development, health and dignity, housing and economic mobility, and much more. Just a few examples. Impact 100 provided the initial seed money for Free Store Food Bank's Power Pack program, allowing children to take home meals with them over the weekend. And they're now serving over 5,000 children every week. and another expansion to the St. Vincent de Paul's Charitable Pharmacy by helping it expand its hours and space. And now, as a result of that grant, they fill over $100,000 free prescriptions per year. Another great example is just last year, Last Mile Food Rescue received a grant to expand their fresh food availability in Avondale and launch a new mobile market in Price Hill. These are areas where fresh food is not easily accessible. So these are some wonderful examples, and in our Impact 100 members, we make investments in bold, transformative projects which promote thriving communities throughout our region. That's how we're making an impact. But it's not just the nonprofits that benefit from our model. As fundraisers, I'm sure you recognize that donors are changed by their giving. Our members talk about the life-changing path of discovery, friendship, and rewarding community impact that they've experienced through engagement in Impact 100. Research shows that collective giving fosters belonging, purpose, and connection to the community. I know I have felt that for a long time. I'm particularly pleased with the Innovator Award as we continue to evolve. We're listening to our members and our nonprofit partners, learning and adjusting our processes and criteria. We're implementing innovation within our membership model, for example, and we're encouraging and educating young women to become philanthropists through our Young Philanthropist Scholarship. Sorry, Zach McGinty, this is just for women. Next year, Impact 100 celebrates our 25th anniversary, and we're excited to continue the legacy of making an impact here in our region for another 25 years and beyond. Today, this award belongs to every member who has joined Impact in this vision, contributing their time and invested in transformational grants. Together, we're not just funding projects, we're inspiring change, sparking innovation, creating connection, and shaping a better future for our region. Thank you for this prestigious award.
Another round of applause for Impact 100. Congratulations. All right, our next award is the Outstanding Corporation or Foundation Award. This award recognizes an organization whose generosity goes far beyond financial support, one that lives its values, invests in its people and partners, and its purpose to strengthen our community. This award honors a company or foundation that understands true success is measured not only in profits, but in the positive difference made in people's lives. Please welcome this year's Outstanding Foundation Corporation Award recipient, Scripps Howard Fund.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the Scripps Howard Fund, I'm truly honored to accept this award. To be named the Foundation of the Year by the Association of Fundraising Professionals means so much to us. The Scripps Howard Fund supports communities across the country, but we only have one hometown, and that's Cincinnati. As philanthropists, donors, and volunteers, we all know how it feels to give back. But I am certain the support services that we provide to children, especially the underserved, provide the greatest return on investment. Our gifts not only make their day, but truly help shape their lives. That's why we're so passionate about childhood literacy. Through the grants and our If You Give a Child a Book campaign, we're helping children build home libraries, discover the joy of reading, and unlocking potential. Since the program began, we've distributed nearly 2 million books across the country, and many of those are here in the Queen City. Because when children have access to books, they have access to opportunity. And that work doesn't happen in isolation. We're proud to stand beside incredible local partners like the Queen City Book Bank, our local Title I schools, WCPO9, and many other nonprofits in this room who share our belief that childhood literacy opens the door to lifelong learning. Together, we're ensuring every child in our community has the chance to succeed. This reward reflects that spirit, the collaboration, generosity, and compassion that defines Cincinnati. I want to thank our donors, our board, the Scripps family, the Howard family, the E.W. Scripps Company, and its many employees who make this work possible. And thank you to AFP Cincinnati for recognizing the power of literacy, the importance of giving back right where we live. It truly starts with a single book and a community that believes in changing the story for good. Thank you.
Let's give them another round of applause. Congratulations. And now I would like to welcome Lynn Smith back to the stage.
Thank you, Ashley. We're about to break for lunch, or have lunch brought to us, but before we do, I wanted to take a moment just to talk about the opportunities that the chapter provides individuals through scholarships, which I mentioned earlier. So each year, AFP Cincinnati invests in the growth of fundraisers at every stage of their careers, from those just starting to those leading in their field. As an example, our SEED scholarship opens doors for professionals from small nonprofits where even the cost of membership can be out of reach. Our Young Professional scholarships bring early career fundraisers into the AFP community. Our Fundamentals of Fundraising scholarships helps new professionals gain skills through our master class, saving them from learning the hard way, the trial by fire method that many of us endured. And our CFRE scholarship helps seasoned fundraisers reach the gold standard of our profession through certification and lifelong learning. And finally, the Chamberlain Scholarship sends one member each year to AFP's Global Icon Conference, a transformative experience that connects our local fundraisers to a worldwide network of ideas and inspiration. So today, we're thrilled to have several scholarship recipients with us. Our chapter tries to award up to 20 scholarships a year. A few of those individuals are here with us to be recognized today. They represent the future of our chapter, and so I'd like to invite these recipients just to stand when I call their names. First, we have Natalie Mu Young, who's Marketing and Communications Specialist at Santa Maria Community Services. Natalie? I can't see with the lights. I hope Natalie is standing. She received our Young Professional Scholarship, noting that Natalie is in marketing and communications, so all of our scholarships are not just for frontline fundraisers. We also have Jayla Willingham. Jayla is, oh, there's Jayla. She's the executive director of Little Brothers Friends of the Elderly, and she received our SEED scholarship. Note she's an executive director, so it's also not just for fundraisers. Thank you. Next, we have Kaylee Balzano, who's Assistant Director of Development at UC Foundation, and she received the Chamberlain Scholarship and got to attend the Global Icon Conference this year. Thank you, Kaylee. And then Ethan Mann with the Cincinnati Symphony Orchestra. Where is Ethan? There he is. Ethan received a Fundamentals of Fundraising Scholarship, our entry-level master class. And then one more, thank you, Ethan. Kelly Lund with Girl Scouts of Western Ohio. There's Kelly back there. She received our CFRE scholarship to pursue her CFRE certification. So each of these recipients is strengthening our profession, serving their organizations and their communities, and the donors who make change possible. So thank you. So in the past, our chapter has proudly covered the cost of these scholarships, but this year, we are inviting our entire community to join us, because together we give greater. When we all give a little, we make it possible for even more fundraisers to grow, learn, and lead through AFP Cincinnati. So at your table, you'll find a card with a QR code for the John Olberding's Founders Circle. You can empower more fundraisers to keep learning and leading. Your support today helps ensure that every fundraiser, no matter their background or budget, has access to the education, to the connection, and to the inspiration that fuel our entire community. So I hope that while you're here, you'll consider scanning that code and contributing to scholarships to advance more development professionals. Thank you for helping us grow the future of fundraising. And please enjoy your lunch. Is anyone else after me, or are we sending them off to lunch? Okay. Enjoy your lunch. Enjoy some more conversation and networking, and we'll be back shortly to resume the program.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back our MC, Ashley Kirkland.
Thank you. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed the delicious lunch. We are getting started a little ahead of schedule, but that's okay. I'm sure that you guys are more than okay with that. Okay, welcome back, everyone. Now we are talking about the rest of our awards. Let me grab my paper. All right, so this is the Outstanding Youth in Philanthropy Award, and it honors an individual or group of young people whose passion, service, and leadership remind us that age is no barrier to making a lasting difference. Their example inspires us all to give with heart, creativity, and courage. This year's Outstanding Youth in Philanthropy Award goes to Zach McGinty, nominated by Magnified Giving. Kelly Collison, CEO of Magnified Giving, said that Zach is a selfless young man whose energy shines brightest when he's serving others and bringing people together for the common good. His creativity allows him to see possibilities where others see limits, and his kindness inspires those around him to act with purpose and compassion. We are very proud of him. Through this connection and care, he helps build a stronger, more united community, and he's just getting started. Let's give a round of applause to Zach McGinty.
Good afternoon. It's an honor and privilege to be standing here in front of this room of changemakers. It's truly motivating to speak and connect with all of you who are doing such meaningful work in this city. Because of you, Cincinnati and Southwest Ohio and abroad are better places. First, I want to thank Kelly Collison and the team from Magnified Giving for nominating me for this award. Magnified Giving has guided me since I was young and in high school, and Kelly and her team have brought so many other young people into this world, showing them how to understand the impact that they can make. I'm incredibly grateful for their leadership and their belief in young people in this community and other communities as they expand. Thinking back to where this all started takes me back to high school. At Lebanon High School, I took a class led by Mrs. Turpin, who's over there. The class was in partnership with Magnified Giving. We spent the semester giving back by volunteering, doing service work in our community. The other portion of the class is we got to learn the intricacies, the ins and outs of the nonprofit world. And we learned about the impact they make and all the realities and challenges that they truly face. We researched organizations, discussed them as a class, and even had a little bit of a heated debate about where we wanted to grant our funds. It was my first real look at the nonprofit world, and it's where the spark for this career began. I also want to thank my family, who's over here, who shaped the person I am today. They've always been a part of meaningful nonprofit work and made it just seem like a normal thing to me. I never bat an eye about what I do. Whether it's 20 plus years spent working at Camp Joy, volunteering in our community, mission trips to Nicaragua, and countless other opportunities that we engaged with throughout my childhood in our community, all of it brought me in to show me what it means to be a servant of our community. Throughout my youth, I had the chance to work at Camp Joy myself, work at other nonprofit summer camps, serving primarily kids with serious illnesses. Those experiences definitely solidified my passion of making a positive impact. Thank you, family, for showing me the way. I'd also like to thank my girlfriend for her unwavering support, for letting me spend summers away at camp, putting up with my busy fundraiser schedules, and always being there through this journey. All this passion carries to my current work right now with Ronald McDonald House Charities Dayton, some of my coworkers over here as well, where I serve on the development team to help connect our community with our mission to help those who have children experiencing illnesses or in hospitalization settings. It's a privilege to be a part of that work. I want to thank my other past colleagues, my mentors, my team at Ronald McDonald House, and the mentors who have supported me through this entire journey. I love what I do. I'm grateful for those who have enabled me to do it, and it's a real privilege. Thank you again for all the work you all do. Again, you make this community a better place. It's an honor to be in this room with you. Thank you.
Congratulations, Zach. Let's give Zach another round of applause. All right, our next award is for Lifetime Achievement in Philanthropy, and if you earn a Lifetime Achievement in anything, you must have done a good job in almost everything. So the honor this year goes to Jim Yunker, who was nominated. Jim Yunker was nominated by Clover Nook Center for the Blind and Visually Impaired. The Lifetime Achievement in Philanthropy Award honors a legacy of generosity, someone whose commitment to giving has transformed organizations, inspired countless others, and strengthened the very fabric of our community. This award celebrates a lifetime spent leading with compassion, purpose, and an unwavering belief in the power of philanthropy and its power to change lives. Katie Brass from Clover Nook Center for the Blind and Visually Impaired says that everyone needs a Jim Yunker in their lives. It's safe to say that if you calculated the time and talent Jim has given to organizations, it would equal or exceed dollar amounts that he has helped raise. Let's welcome Jim Yunker.
When Katie asked me in September to hold November 20th for a special meal, and then when she explained why, I was truly humbled, but it also answered how I was going to celebrate my wife's birthday. My wife, Dawn, is birthday today, and I'd like a little audience participation. So on 3, if you'll join me in saying happy birthday, Dawn. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday, Dawn. Also gives me this public opportunity to thank her for 39 and counting years of putting up with me, for her patience, her wisdom, her partnership, her undying support of our family and of our business. I also want to thank and acknowledge our daughter and her husband, Garrett and Allison. They have given us 2 handsome little boys to spoil. Our son and his wife are not here today because they gave us a little girl on Sunday at Good Sam to spoil with their 13-month-old little boy. So we've really enjoying grandparenting. It really is grand. It's a privilege to be standing here and among the other honorees, really very humbling. I also want to acknowledge the past honorees, not only in this category, but particularly in this category, especially with John Oberding's announcement today. He's older than I am, has that beard. But I really wouldn't be here today. I really wouldn't be here today without all the friendships and relationships I've built over the years. The time has flown by, but I want to thank all of the clients, the volunteers, the board chairs, executive directors, and staff of all the organizations that Smith Beers Yunker and the Yunker Group have been able to serve. Our motto is helping others make a difference, and I wouldn't be standing here otherwise without the colleagues that I've had. And I'd like to have my team stand. Not everybody is here today, but those who are at this table and this table, please stand so I can thank you for giving me the opportunity to earn this. Thank you. And thanks to AFP and Cincinnati and the board for this honor, and particularly to the individuals who wrote the nomination letters. Also very humbling to read those. I was asked recently what my professional legacy might be, and since I don't know how to spell retirement, I haven't really thought about that much, but I'm hoping that it might be that I helped volunteers, executive directors, CEOs, staff, and donors to come out of their comfort zone to embrace friend-raising and fundraising. If we can't ask our friends to join us in something important, who can we ask? So fundraising always comes before fundraising. Those of you who know me know I like to tell jokes and collect and share quotes. I'm going to save you, not do a joke, but I will share 3 quotes that are meaningful to me and I'm hopeful meaningful to you. Be the kind of person your dog thinks you are. We're a dog family. The other one I share in every coaching session that I've been privileged to lead with volunteers. People don't like to be solicited, so don't solicit them. People love to give gifts, help them to give. And the third, which defines me, is do what you love and love what you do. Thanks very much, and God bless.
Jim, congratulations on the award, the new grandbaby, and happy birthday to your lovely wife. So many accomplishments today. All right, our next honoree is Barbara Wayand, who is being recognized for Volunteer of the Year. The Volunteer of the Year award recognizes the hands and hearts behind so much of what makes our community thrive. Nominated by Playhouse in the Park, this honor goes to someone whose time, energy, and dedication exemplify the true spirit of service. Someone who reminds us that giving isn't measured in dollars, but in devotion. Please welcome this year's Volunteer of the Year award recipient, Barbara Wayand.
Gosh. I thank you for this award. I mean, it's just really for the honor that you all have presented me. It is quite the honor for me. After, I don't know, we were trying to discuss how many years I've been involved in Cincinnati, and it's been home for, I think, my son could correct me, but I think for 28 or so years. So I am thankful for this award because it also gives me the opportunity to acknowledge and thank all of the many volunteers that I've worked with, and those volunteers that perhaps have helped and I have not met. So I thank them all. I also want to thank, obviously, the highlight of being here is that I have 2 tables of wonderful friends who have connected and who have offered their time and service for special events that I have worked with, and also to thank Playhouse in the Park and the Cincinnati Art Museum over there somewhere. It's really, it's been a pleasure to be involved with so many, and I'm sorry I'm not naming all of the organizations, arts organizations I've been with, but they all are dear to me. I think volunteering, which is really all I can speak about, is a really joyful way to connect, bring people together within our communities. I've felt this now, as I said, for whatever, 28 or 30 years. It's for the betterment of everyone that we volunteer and we help others. To me, volunteering is a very special gift. To give one's time, talent, and support for whatever you choose to be involved with is really a wonderful gift. And for those of you who might be on the edge of giving, doing more, reach out and help. I think it's terrific. My joy of obviously has been working with the arts organizations in Cincinnati. I do believe that the Cincinnati art scene is very diverse and very welcoming, and I think it offers a connectivity to the individual people in our community. I'll say no more than that. I think that it's just important that we reach out within Cincinnati. From the beginning, I'll go back just a little bit to say I got started with the Cincinnati Ballet 20-some odd years ago. Worked in the basement of the ballet, working on old stuff for them to sell, because I was always interested in how we could bring more money to the bottom line of whatever organization I was working with, because that was part of giving back for me, was to help them make money to bring to their bottom line so they could do further outreach. And I have just enjoyed that connectivity within the community. So I thank you again for this very special recognition, and I wish you all a lovely Thanksgiving.
Congratulations, Barbara. Our final award today is Philanthropist of the Year. This year's honor goes to Diane and David Rosenberg. Nominated by the Cincinnati Symphony Orchestra, the Philanthropist of the Year award celebrates those whose generosity has transformed our community in extraordinary ways. Through their giving, leadership, and example, they have not only supported meaningful causes, but have also inspired others to give more, dream bigger, and believe in the power of coming together to make a difference. Mary McFadden Lawson, Chief Philanthropy Officer of the Cincinnati Symphony Orchestra, said that Diane and David Rosenberg are two exceptional leaders and visionaries who have consistently demonstrated their commitment to enhancing our community through meaningful philanthropic investments. Their extraordinary gifts to the Cincinnati Symphony Orchestra are fueled by their deep respect and admiration for the musicians and staff that drive excellence and lasting impact. The orchestra and other nonprofit organizations are fortunate to have Diane and David as proven partners that compel us to commit to each other and to ideas larger than ourselves. Let's give a round of applause and congratulate Diane and David. Please come to the stage to receive your award.
Hi. What an afternoon to see all these well-informed, active, engaged Cincinnatians and Northern Kentuckians. We are so blessed in this city to have people who care deeply about the ethos of our community, our relationships, and our giving. We are a city that has such vibrancy because of the arts, because of the social services, because of the neighborhoods we live in, and we are all better for it. So, simply put, I am honored to be awarded this incredible award, but I will also say that I will take it with me in the days and the years, hopefully, going forward, to keep going into opportunities that will make all of us a better community. We are so blessed, and we thank you so much. I didn't speak about the symphony. I have one more thing to say. If you haven't been to a concert that is part of the Cincinnati Symphony Orchestra organization, whether it's at Music Hall or whether it's at Riverbend, please treat yourself, because we have a world-class orchestra who is creating such rich moments for all of us. So please, treat yourself.
Wow. Thanks go to many people, particularly today, Lynn Smith and Ken Coggeshall of the Association of Professional Fundraisers, the Cincinnati Symphony Orchestra, who nominated us, thank you, the selection committee for honoring us, and movers and makers, Elizabeth and Tom Mariner, for celebrating a little more than 10 years under the banner of Movers and Makers, that has had a 30-year publishing career for that lovely article. And fortunately, Diane's standing next to me made the front page picture a lot better. Thanks. The biggest thanks, though, goes to all of you. Those of you who are professionals, those of you who are volunteers, those of you who are donors, whether you're working in a soup kitchen as a volunteer, whether you're raising money for an organization, or whether you're the CEO of one of Cincinnati's many arts, not-for-profit, and religious organizations, our community is better because of what each of you does every day. And I personally thank you, and Diane joins me in that. We're the beneficiaries of your efforts. I want to congratulate our fellow nominees, our fellow honorees today. It is so humbling to stand with you on this stage and hear all that you have done. It's just humbling, and all I can say is, wow. I've had many experiences, and I have benefited from many friendships, all of which have shaped my life. I'm pleased that I still maintain many friendships from my youth, and particularly complimented that one of my friends going back to high school is with us today. But I thought about, as I passed through age 76, some of the big influences in my life, and I'm going to share just very briefly a few of them. First, my parents. I was fortunate to have their unconditional love. They encouraged my inquisitiveness and prized education. They taught me the fundamentals of commerce, and they instilled in me important Jewish values by which I have tried to live: the dignity of every individual, the obligation to live a productive life, to give back to my community, and help those less fortunate. Related to that is the second big influence in my life, which is my Jewish heritage and faith, to try to live a life that leaves the world a little bit better. The third, and I mentioned all of this, the benefit of so many long-term friendships, but the third big influence in my life has been Diane, to whom I've been married 38 years. That's half of my life. She's a full-time volunteer for the community. She starts doing the hard daily work, not just sitting on the board, and whether it's, and eventually rises invariably to being chairman of the board or president of the board. And that goes from whether it's Isaac M. Wise Temple to the Cincinnati Symphony Orchestra, and she's a passionate advocate for all of the organizations to which she has devoted her energies. I am so proud to be your husband. You have been an example to me and so many others. I love you. Thanks. I love you too. Okay. Fourth has been my education and professional life. I attended the public schools in Lexington, Kentucky, and not only did I get a solid basic education, but I had the benefit of sitting next to and making friends with such a diversity of individuals from across the city. Some were Democrats, some Republicans, some non-political. They shared different faiths. Some were privileged in the extreme, and some suffered from deprivation. And I learned from the experience of sitting next to them and making friends with so many of them. From growing up in Lexington, the University of Kentucky was a big influence. And as you know, I went on to the University of Kentucky's College of Law. I'm proud that it now bears my name. I got a great education, and it was also probably the best investment bargain I ever got, because tuition, when I was attending it, brace yourself, for in-state students was $90 to $100 a semester. It took me, I was able to graduate in 2 years, and that led me then to my law firm, Keating, Muthing, and Kleekamp in Cincinnati, where I've had the privilege to practice for 51 years. I have a group of colleagues here today that I'd like to thank. All my colleagues who are University of Kentucky graduates are the people at the Keating, Muthing, and Kleekamp table. So go Wildcats. But I am pleased that the firm I joined, which only had about 13 or 14 lawyers, has grown to over 130, and I've had the pleasure of participating in that growth. I particularly value the latitude that the firm has given me to pursue both my professional and personal goals. And then finally, as I think back over my life, there are many people who are bright, who work hard, but I give great credit to being lucky. You know, the great roulette wheel of life seems to have smiled on me a number of times, and I give great credit to having had that success. So I was lucky when I was born. I was born in America, the greatest country in the world. I was born to nurturing parents. I've been lucky in having a fulfilling professional and personal career. I've had the satisfaction and pleasure of involvement in support to causes and organizations that are important to me and communities of which I'm a part. So I close again thanking all of you. I wish each of you long life, good health, much happiness, and a very meaningful Thanksgiving. Thank you.
Congratulations again, Diane and David, and all of the honorees today. Let's give everyone a round of applause. And now I would like to welcome back Lynn Smith.
Thanks, Ashley. Well, I'm back, which that means we're almost done. What a great honor to be here today. Can we have another round of applause for all of the amazing awardees? Just the hard work and the compassion and the generosity that are in this room today it's really, truly humbling. So thank all of you for being here also. And thank you for all you do for the community. So if you haven't already, just please take a moment to find the QR code on your table. A couple of people asked me at lunch. I want to make sure you don't miss it. So it's on your table card, the little card that's on top of the the hat box, and it's the Olberding Leadership Circle, the small QR code that's on there. And I want to thank John Olberding again for his incredibly generous gift that kicked off our Leadership Circle. So thank you so much. All right, so while you're doing that, I'd like to ask, I had a couple chats at the break, and lots of people are at our chapter have received scholarships. If there's any past or current AFP member that's gotten a scholarship from the organization, would you stand? I know there are a few. Oh my gosh, wow. Thank you. I didn't tell you we were going to do that, so that was a surprise. And I'm standing too, because I actually received the CFRE scholarship in 2018, which was really instrumental in advancing my career. So I'm proud to share that as of today, the former board members in our chapter have committed nearly $2,500 through the first Olberding Founders Circle gifts. We'd like for you all to consider helping us reach our goal for an additional $5,000 to support the vital fundraisers who are driving change across our community. So thanks for paying attention to me as I'm asking. And thank you all again for being here. I'm truly touched by the generosity in the room. So as we celebrate National Philanthropy Day, we're reminded that none of us creates change alone. Every gift and every act of service becomes more powerful when we join our efforts and lift one another up. So that's what Together We Give Greater is all about. When we combine our passion, our resources, and our belief in what's possible, our impact grows far beyond what any one of us could achieve on our own. So thank you for all you do and for all we'll continue to make possible together. And I think Ashley is going to come back.
Thanks, everyone. Have a great afternoon and happy Thanksgiving. Thanks for being here with us, and that concludes our program for the afternoon.